Hi, I've got a flesh wound, but I'm not depressed. 1 year ago today, I posted a video called 10 TRANSMASC tips that will change your life, maybe. And when I posted that video, this was my side channel. I had a whole nother channel that I was posting on. This was like the dumpster fire channel. I probably had around less than 100 subscribers. All of my videos averaged about maybe 50 views. And at that time, I wasn't really like a trans YouTuber. I just was a YouTuber on a different channel who also had this channel. And it was Trans Day of Visibility, so I was like, oh, I guess I'll make a trans video. And that video sucks. Like, it sucks. I filmed it on my phone. Like I said in the intro for that video, I actively filmed it with a migraine and during the worst depressive episode of my life. And literally, it's called 10 TRANSMASC tips. There's about maybe 4 tips in there. Half the tips are just fucking jokes. Like, I couldn't even think of actual 10 tips. So like, half the video is just me like going, haha, rats. That's like, I totally clickbaited you. There's only like 3 or 4 tips that are actually of any value in there. And when I posted that, I was like, okay, hopefully this will get like 100 views or something. And for a while, it was doing pretty good for my channel. It got to around 2,000 views on its own, which again, for like my channel, I only had like 100 to like a couple hundred subscribers at that point. So I was like, oh, it's doing quite well. And then Christmas of 2021 happened. So what I'm theorizing went down was trans kids home with transphobic family for the holidays. Sad. We don't like it. A handful of them, like just being dysphoric and sad, searched on YouTube TRANSMASC tips, and my video was one of the ones to come up. Again, it had like 2,000 to 3,000 views at the time. And just from that like handful of like holiday dysphoria kids, it kind of just let the algorithm know that more people than usual were into this video. So it just started spreading it like a wildfire across everywhere. And now that video has 70,000 views. Easily my most viewed video, like by a long shot. And it is probably the reason why you're here on my channel and found me. And if you found my channel through a different video, please comment which one, because I'm curious, because I would assume most people came from that one. So now it's a year later, I have a professional camera, a professional microphone, I have a ring light, I think I have better camera presence, and I'm actually gonna give you some tips. So I'm doing 20 tips because last time you didn't even get a full 10. So you're at least gonna get 10 amongst these 20 tips, I can guarantee you that. So yeah, happy Trans Day of Visibility, everyone. We're doing the video again. Sorry about my arm. There's always something medically wrong with me during Trans Day of Visibility. But this I consented and paid for. So, that's on me. But yeah, I do appreciate that video. Like, I do appreciate it. Obviously I do, because it's the reason why I can, like, consider myself a YouTuber now. I'm in the partner program because of that video. I'm in a Minecraft SMP because of that video. Like, I am very grateful for that video, but I do think we need to redo it. So I won't stall you any longer. And without further ado, let's get into the tips. So my first tip is actually more of a product review, and that is the MyPack. This is a packing harness that is really easy because it's literally just an elastic band that you put your packer in and you wear it under your underwear, and it's great. And I wanted to mention it because, like, packing always seemed like a very scary thing to me because I was like, I don't want it to fall out of my pants, but also I don't want to have to like sew pouches into my underwear or anything. And like other harnesses were like actual like dildo harnesses that people just put packers in. But like this is meant for packing. It's very easy. Rodeo ripped them off, so don't buy it from Rodeo. Buy it from the MyPack website. It'll be linked below. But yeah, I just wanted to shout out this product because it really made packing like a lot less scary for me. I still don't pack all the time. I'm not there yet, but yeah, this is a good product. My next tip is different color binders for different outfits. So obviously this requires you have a binder and multiple binders, multiple different colors. So if you are thinking of getting a second or third binder, get it in a different color because, like, if you're like me, I'm not the biggest fan of my binders showing. So if you are, then this doesn't even apply to you, but like corresponding the color of your binder to your outfit can be helpful. So like I wear a lot of black. So when I'm wearing a black shirt, if I'm also wearing a black binder, like, you have to look real close to see where the shirt ends and the binder begins. So I think it's good to like have like a black binder with a black shirt, because then you can't really see it. And also like a white binder, so like for stuff like, you know, like these kind of jumpers, like more like formalish jumpers, a lot of people will just wear an undershirt under that anyway. So if you're wearing a white binder under that, then it'll just look like an undershirt and people won't like be like binder. So yeah, just play around with that. Play around with like different colors of binders for different outfits. The third tip is something that I don't have experience with myself, and I heard from a video by some type of gay, so it will be in the iCard right now for you to watch after this if you're interested. But basically, it's DHT blocking shampoo, which is shampoo and conditioner that can help with hair loss. So if you're on testosterone and you don't really want to do like an oral method of hair loss because of like the side effects, I think it's like a stupidly obvious answer, like, oh yeah, there should be a shampoo and conditioner that can help with hair loss, because like that's the stuff you put on your hair like the most often. So yeah, I'll leave a link to that video up here if you want to learn more about it. I just thought I'd mention it because I never heard of it and I didn't know if you've heard of it. So if hair loss is something you're worried about, check out that and learn about that. The next tip is pronoun pins. Pronoun pins, focus on the pronoun pins, please. Yeah. So pronoun pins are a very easy way to communicate your pronouns without actually having to say anything. So if well-meaning people want to see your pronouns, they can just see them and use them. So my tip with pronoun pins is to make sure that they're very visible, like you can't miss them, like big bold lettering, like right there, like these are the pronouns. And yeah, you can put them on anything. As you can see, I have them on my college lanyard and my jacket. You can also put them on like a beanie or something, just like pronoun pins. I recommend Etsy for pronoun pins. That's where I've gotten all of mine. What is happening with this one piece of hair? That's where I've got all mine off Etsy from small queer businesses, and that's what I would recommend doing. And yeah, pronoun pins. Number 5 is collared shirts. And like, I feel like collared shirts are a little underappreciated in the TRANSMASC community, because you hear all the time, oh, baggy hoodies. Wear big baggy hoodies. Baggy hoodies are great. Baggy hoodies, baggy hoodies. Collared shirts, guys. Collared shirts. It doesn't matter the type. It can be a button-up, it can be a polo, it can be a flannel. I don't care. What a collared shirt does is, first of all, it like makes your neck look thicker a bit by having the collar there, and thicker necks are typically associated with more masculine people, so that like can help. And also, the collar being raised hides your binder. Like, it doesn't even matter if the shirt is oversized. You can literally wear an oversized collared shirt and it will still hide your binder because it's just a raised collar. So you can get the best of both worlds, an oversized shirt, but still no binder strap showing. And yeah, I think they're very underappreciated. I feel like all we talk about is baggy hoodies for TRANSMASC wardrobes. And it's like, yeah, are baggy hoodies great? Obviously, I'm wearing one right now. But I also am a big fan of collared shirts, and I feel like we need to be spreading this more. Number 6 is for the people who are still figuring out their name. So if you have a name that you're confident with and you're secure with, skip this one because I don't want to like make you doubt yourself. But it is pick out a nicknameable name, especially if you're one of those people who's been very indecisive about your name. Like, so my name is Theodore. Right now, I obviously go by Theo, but in the future, I now have the option of going by fully Theodore. I can go by Ted, I can go by Teddy, I can go by Dor. So from just the root name Theodore, I have several options for names in the future. That's why my name is legally changed to Theodore and not Theo, even though everyone knows me as Theo. I'm like, nah, it's Theodore, because I want the options of like having other choices of what to be called. I don't know, the first name I can think of off the top of my head is like William. I know, the 2 examples I've given you are very like I don't know, like Old English. Like William, you got Will, Willie, Bill, Billy. Like, William is a whole thing. You could be like William Afton. Who wouldn't want to be like William Afton? But yeah, there are plenty of names that offer like nickname options. So like, when picking out a name, maybe like a criteria you're now looking for is like, ooh, can I make this name into another name? And if you can, like, I don't know. That would just be my tip. But obviously pick whatever name you're the most comfortable with. You don't have to do this. I was just throwing this out there as like an idea, especially for people if you're being indecisive about your name and picking a bunch of different names. Maybe pick a name that you can just pick a bunch of different nicknames from. So like, it's one name, but you can constantly be changing it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that is my tip for names. Look for names that have nickname options. Number 7 is to subscribe to me, because I make lots of videos about transness and transmasculineness, and I like them. I think I'm okay. Am I great? No, but I think I'm fine. And also, this was the fucking subscriber ratio of the last video. 99%. Okay, on Trans Day of Visibility, 99% of you were like unsubscribed. What the fuck? Subscribe. Come on. Come on. This is unacceptable. 8 is gender is way easier than you think it is. I get a lot of comments from people being like, am I transmasc if I do this? Can I be gender fluid and transmasc? Can I be non-binary? Yes! Yes! Like, gender is, like, it's so easy. It's just like, you sit there and you're like, my gender is this. And then that's your gender. And that's it. Like, you might think there's all these, like, criteria to follow, and, like, I get it. Like, cis-normative society is, like, gender has all these rules, and so you, like, discover transness, and you're like, it must have all these rules. And it's like, no, it doesn't. Like, if you want to identify as transmasc, then guess what? You're transmasc. Like, just fucking identify with it. Like, gender's super easy. Calm down. Take a deep breath. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Your gender is fine. Your gender is whatever you want it to be. Number 9 is to work out. Not only for the purpose of like masculinizing your body, because I feel like that's an unrealistic expectation for everyone. But also it's just a good, healthy thing to do. It's like dopamine. It'll make you feel better. It increases your natural testosterone levels. I've been thinking about making a like beginner workout for like home workout for TRANSMASC video. So yeah, the real reason I've been putting it off is because I can't do a very good push-up, and obviously in that video I want to demonstrate a push-up, but like if I'm bad at push-ups, I probably shouldn't be demonstrating them if I'm not like great form at them. So that's the real reason it's been being pushed off, but like yeah. I will say Devin Spears is a transmasc fitness person who I've been following recently, and I like his videos. Yeah, work out, get into fitness. It's fun. Like, working out is fun. It is. Number 10 is to wear platforms. I feel like this one's explanatory. You just wear platforms and you look a bit taller. Number 11 is voice training safety. So I have my own feelings on voice training. I'm not going to voice them here. Get it? Voice. I'm so funny. I'm not going to voice them here because I don't want to discourage anyone, but know that if you are not voice training with an actual voice coach, it can be very dangerous and you can very easily damage your voice. So I would highly recommend, if you're going to get into voice training, maybe look into like actual vocal lessons, but that's obviously not an option for everybody. So if you're going to do it, I'm going to link to the video where I talk about voice training extensively. But I would just say, drink a lot of water. If anything you're doing starts to hurt, stop immediately. Like, your voice is very easily damaged, so be very careful with voice training. Number 12, put some heavy quotation marks around, but like, the men's restroom, in my experience, has been a safer option than the women's. And let me explain. In the men's restroom, A, there are less people in there. The most amount of people I've ever seen in the men's restroom is like 4. And B, no one's looking at you because everyone's too afraid someone's gonna look at their dick. So, like, literally, you walk in there, you get in the stall real quick, you shit, or you pee, I don't know what you're doing in there, and then you leave. And in my experience, like, I've literally gone to like the men's restroom in like rural Texas, rural Kentucky on like road trips, and I never had a problem, and I looked like this. Obviously, this is coming from my perspective as a thin, white, able-bodied person, but in my experience, it's even as like an androgynous looking person, the men's restroom, like no one's really looking at you really. Like, you're more likely to get harassed in the women's restroom because people are actually looking at you. Like, ask like any butch lesbian and they'll probably tell you like, yeah, I go into the women's restroom and people look at me and sometimes they say things because women are on the hunt for like gender non-conforming people in the restroom, but like men are just really focused on having no one see their dick.
But obviously, the always safest option will be the gender-neutral toilet, especially if it's, like, a disabled one where it's just, like, a single stall, the family stall one, yeah. Those will always be your safest bet.
I don't know. This one's tricky, but I do want to voice my own experiences, and that is the men's restroom. It's generally pretty empty and no one's looking at you. So, yeah. Use your own caution, be careful, but don't get a UTI, okay? They suck. They're not fun. Number 13 is stop being mean to other trans people. Jesus. Like, just because someone has a different experience of transness than you, just, like, chill out. Oh, I'm a binary trans man, and this non-binary person is invalidating myself. No, they're not. Like, stop that. Stop that. Just Jesus, like, don't be mean. Number 14 is to join the Theo's Ghost Discord server because we have a lovely little community, I think, and it's fun, and you should join. These next 2 tips are for my thin, barely visible eyebrowed friends. So my first tip is dyeing your eyebrows. So obviously, like, filling out your eyebrows with makeup is always an option, but if you're like me and you don't even own any makeup and you're shit at makeup, I like to tint my eyebrows every couple of weeks. I haven't tinted them in a while. I probably should have before this video to show you what it looks like. That's on me. But yeah, you can just dye them darker and it kind of fills them out a bit more, and I think it looks maybe more natural than makeup, but I don't know. I don't really know anything about makeup. And then number 16 is thick frame glasses to hide your eyebrows. I have been only wearing black thick framed glasses since I've needed glasses for this reason. So like obviously right now it's like my eyebrows, you can kind of see, but like the thick frame definitely helps, and then I take them off and it's like, oh, he doesn't have any eyebrows. But then I put them back on and it's like, oh, well, maybe he does have eyebrows. Maybe I just can't see them because of glasses. I don't know. I feel like it has that effect and it helps me with my dysphoria. So maybe it'll help you. I don't know. Number 17 is if you're in the UK, changing your name is stupid easy. You just have to be over 16 and have like 30 pounds. And you can just change it via deed poll. I've had no problem changing my name with my deed poll thus far. It's been pretty great. So if you're in the UK, while other aspects of medical and legal transition are abhorrently difficult, changing your name is pretty simple. So yeah. Number 18 is work on your posture. Your binder gives you a bit of a humped posture. I get that. Or maybe you just have the humped posture because you want to hide your chest because you don't have a binder. I get that. However, took me embarrassingly long to realize this, but when you're slouched over, you are shorter. Who would have guessed? So I highly recommend videos by Hybrid Calisthenics because, oh my god, this is not a human posture, guys. This is bad. This is bad. Like, literally just stand up straight and it'll feel like you've had like the biggest growth spurt of your life. Like, I'm not kidding. So especially if you're dysphoric about your height, I know some of you might not be, but if you are, like, try just like standing up correctly, because you will not believe how much of a disservice you're doing yourself with your height by how much you're slouching. Like, I'm not even kidding. 19 is allow yourself to be feminine, because I get so many comments that like break my little heart. It's like, oh, I'm TRANSMASC, but I still like dresses, and I'm TRANSMASC, but I still like makeup, I still like skirts. Is that allowed? And it's like, yes! Of course it is. You can be TRANSMASC and have long hair, wear a full face of makeup, have your tits out, wearing a dress, and still be just as valid as like Zachary, binary trans man, 9 years on T with top surgery and phalloplasty. Like, it doesn't matter. Be as feminine as you want. Like, you can be on testosterone and present feminine. You can get top surgery and present feminine. You can be pre-everything and still present feminine. You're valid. Like, it's okay. Like, if you want to paint your nails, like, don't let anyone tell you that you can't. Like, listen, it's fine, okay? It's fine. You're fine. Number 20 is to go support other small TRANSMASC creators. It is Trans Day of Visibility, so linked in the description are many small TRANSMASC YouTubers that I think are worth a little check out from you guys. Obviously, I'm not expecting you to subscribe to all of them. I think there's like 35 down there. But even if you just take like 5 minutes out of your day, just go and click through some of them and look at their channels. I think you could find at least 1 or 2 that are interesting enough to subscribe to. And I think it'd be really nice for Trans Day of Visibility to give some other small TRANSMASC creators some visibility. You know, that's the name of the day. So yeah, please go in the description and check them out. And yeah, I think there's some great channels down there. I am personally subscribed to all of them. That's how I found them. And yeah, and in the comments, if you are a TRANSMASC creator or just a trans YouTuber in general, I don't care. It's Trans Day of Visibility, not TRANSMASC Day of Visibility. Like, promote yourself in the comments. Like, I know it's generally frowned upon, but not here. So, like, comment what your name is, what your channel's about, like, why people should subscribe to you. Let us know in the comments if I missed you in my list of channels. I think it'd just be very nice for this video if you went and supported some other TRANSMASC YouTubers. So yeah. And that's it. Those are the tips. I'm surprised I was able to get through this relatively concisely. I think my recording thing says 25 minutes. I think that's pretty good for 20 whole tips. Yeah. Obviously, this whole thing is just from my own experiences, what I've done for myself, and hoping that it'll help for you. Happy Trans Day of Visibility. Hopefully this video was a little more helpful than the last one. At least half this one wasn't just a fucking shitpost. Bye!